Do you need a mentor to be successful? This is a hotly contested topic within property that I'm going to be sharing my opinion on in this video. Hi guys, my name is Harley and welcome to the Premium Property YouTube channel where we provide weekly content for beginners in property. If you do enjoy the video, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like, and if you are new around here, please feel free to hit that subscribe button so we can get this video out there to more young, budding property investors. Training and mentoring in property has such a bad reputation nowadays, and with so many of these fake gurus out there, it can be hard to really understand whether you need to pay for mentoring or not, whether you actually need a mentor or not, and which mentor to go with. So, in this video, I'm going to be discussing the topic as a whole, my opinions on mentoring, the negatives of it, the positives of it, and whether I think you do need a mentor to be successful or not. So when I say mentoring, I'm not talking about property training that you go on, 3-day courses, things like that, 12-month courses. I'm not talking about these courses or property training specifically. When I say mentoring, I'm talking about one-to-one, tailored, guided support throughout your property journey with someone that gets to know you and you get to know them. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about mentoring, not property education. They're completely two different things. So just to be clear, that's what mentoring is, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So let's start with the positives then. And for me, the first positive of mentoring is speed. So if you have a mentor that has done what you're trying to do, understands your situation, and is being successful in your specific strategy, they can show you and guide you through that process and show you the methods that they've used to become successful. So it's massive because you won't spend time and waste time. This is what you do if you don't have a mentor. You waste time spending money and time on things such as viewings, picking an area, marketing techniques, negotiation skills. You have to put in time to do all of that, and you do have to put in time anyway, but if you have a mentor there that has gone through the exact same process or a very similar process to what you're going through now, they'll understand and they'll be able to give you their tips from their experience. Whereas doing it on your own, you're going to make mistakes and you're going to have to learn that way, so it takes a lot longer when you don't have a mentor. So just to counteract that first point, we'll go with a negative now. So that is cost. Obviously, I mentioned that the cost of paying for a mentor could be paid back in terms of time. But the reality is that some people may not have the money to pay for a mentor, especially if you're young and you're just starting out. You might not have a lot of cash to pay for a mentor. And especially even if you've only got a few £1,000s saved up, that money may be better spent investing in your business rather than paying for a mentor. So it could be better spent on things like marketing, things like even petrol costs when you're going to view a property. These things are what are going to drive your business forward. Yes, getting a mentor will do that, but if you spend the money with that mentor and you don't have any money to invest in your business, how are you going to get it off the ground? So make sure if you do get a mentor, you have money left over to invest in your business. If you don't think you're going to do that, invest that money in your business on things like marketing, like I said, like running costs, even things such as compliance if you want to become a deal sourcer. These things are what are going to drive your business forward and will generate you revenue. So if you don't have the cash or the savings to do both, I would focus on investing on your business, because either way you're going to learn, and that way you're actually doing something that is going to directly generate revenue for your business. So the second positive of having a mentor, and a massive one, is that you only listen to one person. Now, a really big drawback of not having a mentor is obviously you're going to be finding information and speaking to different people to get this information from different sources. Now, obviously, when you ask a question to two different people from two different backgrounds, you're probably going to get two completely different answers. And this can make it really hard for you to make decisions depending on what path you're going to follow, what strategy you're going to do, the way you're going to view properties, what area you choose. So having a mentor really mitigates this, because you're only listening to one person, and when you don't have a mentor and you are getting lots of different opinions from different people, you waste a lot of time decision making, and this is really costly, because decision making, you can't be spending too much time making decisions. You need to be spending that time on the revenue generating tasks within your business. So having a mentor means that you're only going to listen to one person and only follow their advice, without having to take the advice on of lots of different people like you do when you don't have a mentor. So the second negative of having a mentor is that it can be hard to choose a mentor. And nowadays, with there being so many mentors out there, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does mean that it's going to be harder for you to choose one that's suitable for you and your situation. And if you do choose the wrong one, and one that isn't suitable, this can actually be more costly than not having a mentor at all. Because if you do choose someone that isn't necessarily compatible with you, it may mean that they give you the wrong advice, not necessarily bad advice, just the wrong advice for your situation, because maybe they haven't come from a similar background to you and they don't understand what you're going through. They haven't gone on a similar path. They maybe don't even do the same strategy as you. That can be really costly, and they might even be a few levels too high for you to be mentoring you. That is possible. You want a mentor that is just a few steps above you, because they will understand what you're going through now. If you're just starting out and you go for this multi-millionaire property developer as a mentor, it's unlikely that you're going to be compatible, because they've probably built that up over 10, 20, 30 years. So they probably will remember, but they're not going to remember what it felt like to be in that position, as well as someone that's maybe only been doing it for 5 years, or maybe is only 2 years ahead of you. So that's really important, and getting that right can be really hard, especially because there is so many people out there who do mentoring now. So I'm going to do a separate video on how you can choose a mentor and what to look for when choosing a mentor that is right for you. So yeah, that's the second negative. Now we're going to get on to the conclusion and whether I think you actually do need a mentor to be successful. So then guys, the big question, do you need a mentor to be successful? Now, in my opinion, you don't need a mentor to be successful. You can be successful without a mentor, but I do believe that having a mentor is really helpful in your journey in property. And it's just because it gives you that guidance. And speaking from experience, me and Guy didn't have a mentor on the first few months of our journey, and it cost us so much time. And looking back now, we would have got a mentor from the beginning and had that guidance, because if we had have had that, bit of a tongue twister there, if we had have had that, it would have fast forwarded our journey so much more. So I don't necessarily think you need one to be successful. I do think they're massively helpful though. And I do think you need someone there that is going to be guiding you throughout the process and knows what you're going through, and that you can ask questions to throughout. That doesn't necessarily have to be paid for, but it has to be someone that, like I said, you can ask questions to, and that can guide you throughout the process. So yeah, that's my overall opinion on whether you need a mentor. I'm not massively against mentors, I'm not massively for mentors. I sit quite in the middle, but it all comes down to your personal circumstances, which I will cover in how you can choose a mentor in the next video. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this one, guys. Really hope you've taken some value on whether you need a mentor, whether you have a mentor and they're actually the wrong mentor for you, or you've been thinking about getting a mentor and this has made you consider whether you actually do need one or not. So yeah, like I said guys, really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do drop a like on the video, and if you are new around here, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. Until next time, we'll see you soon for another piece of premium property content.